Okay. Court is now in session. We talk about a lot of things, man. But we ain't got that much time because I want to try and break out of here. By what time? I don't know. I'm waiting for a text, really. But, I mean, okay. Who's in the building? We've got Anthony Mackin in the building. What's up, Anthony? Cuba is next. DT3, the Boom Man. What's up, bro? Let me tell you something, right? Before we get into boxing, if this generation is going to insist on saying that Kendrick Lamar and whoever they think is a great MC today can coexist with the rappers of the 80s and 90s. I'm talking like we can start with Grandmaster Caz, Kool Mo D, Kool G Rap, Rakim, Big Daddy Kane, KRS-One. If these guys can coexist, that would mean that hip hop culture today would be thriving. But there is no hip hop culture, right? If you're saying, right, them guys like Kendrick and whoever is relevant now is as good as Rakim, when is the last time I've seen hip hop culture, modern mainstream hip hop culture, represent any turntablism? When is the last time I've seen a rapper either bring dancers on the stage or them themselves be able to dance like MC Hammer or Kid and Play? Where's the entertainment value that you get from hip hop that you're going to rank anything from today's hip hop and compare it to the 80s and 90s? They ain't no, like DT said, they ain't no hip hop. Anthony's fed up in hip hop totally. You know what I mean? Where is the entertainment value? What is it? What hip hop is out there? All there is gossip, right? People talking about what, like 50 Cent, Papoose, and Jim Jones versus whoever. That's all there is. Tough guy shit. They don't dance, right? They're too gangster to dance, right? When's the last time you see some pop locking? Yes, DT. No pop locking, right? No break dancing, no nothing, right? But yet, you want to big up this generation for hip hop. There is no hip hop, bro. There is no hip hop. It's just corporate nonsense. which feeds off gossiping and dudes acting like they're gangster. A load of nonsense. Yeah? Anthony said there's no social commentary. Right. When's the last time you heard a rapper get really deep like Rakim did in that song The Ghetto? When's the last time you heard something like that? It's a joke. It's a joke. No consciousness, no nothing, no originality. The creativity died a long time ago. You know what I mean? It died a long time ago. You can't even think of comparing the MCs of this generation to that generation there for creativity, for social consciousness. You can't even compare it. This is just paint by numbers now. I tell you what, right? My ex will testify to this as well. I bought 50 Cent's album, 2003, right? Get Rich or Die Trying. And it was a good album, right? It was a good, but by the time hip hop had, had went another way. And by the time it got to that song, I Get High Every Time, right? Because I know lyrics, right? I can listen to him rap. And I told her he doesn't smoke weed. And she said, how do you know that just from this? I said, he doesn't smoke weed. It's a paint by numbers job. And then months later, he came out and said he didn't smoke. I could tell when the authenticity is there or is made up. I said, I could tell. I know he don't smoke. I know he don't smoke. They'll say anything to sell the record. Paint by numbers. Bang 'em up, shoot 'em up song. Drug selling song. PIMP song. You know what I mean? I'm a Mac, I'm a player song. It's paint by numbers. And he was great at that. You see 50 Cent, right? There's a lot better rappers than 50 Cent. A lot. But 50 knew how to make albums. And he knew how to make songs. I don't know how he did it. I don't know how 50 managed to draw so much out of his ability. But he knew how to pick beats. And he knew what to say. And he was quite witty. Right? The other day, Fabulous threw some bars at 50 Cent. And he smoked it. He did smoke. 50 didn't return no fire. You know what 50 did? He went after Papoose and Clarissa Shields as a diversion tactic. And 50 is such a genius at working the algorithm. He's such a... That's what he's great at doing. His trolling and algorithm control is on another level. Got to give him all his due. Yeah? Even the way he came back into... After he got shot, when he was on Columbia, and he was wrote off, the way he came back and did all them mixtapes and flooded the market, yeah, I'll give him all the credit for that. Like, Jay-Z told all his artists, he told State Props, he told all them guys, start doing overtime in the studio and flood the market because this guy 50 Cent is coming. And he was right. But in terms of just raw talent, 50 Cent is just he's good, but he's not top 10 material. He's not a top 10 MC of all time. No way. That's why he hasn't responded to Fab. That's why. That's why he won't respond. Doing his diversion, go after Papoose and Clarissa Shields. Because you ain't really seen 50 battle like that. Because right now, he ain't got no Lloyd Banks. He fell out with Lloyd Banks. And he's going to say, well, he's past that stage of responding to raps and stuff. Nah, bro. No. My man tore strips out of him. Just subtle strips. Don't want the smoke. But yeah, Kendrick, he's good. He's good, but hip hop is it's a joke right now. It's a joke. Like, no, not being funny, yeah? Not being funny. Not being funny. I can't listen to 1 minute of a Cardi B Sexy Red. Can't listen to it. Can't listen to it. Unlistenable music. Literally. Anthony said 50 Cent is a gossip. I can't stand him. He tried to battle with Fat Joe, and Fat Joe never responded on wax because he's whack too. He did respond, you know. He did he used the Top Cat. No, the Flintstone. He used the Flintstone chorus. 50. He's the one to the family. He did respond to 50. And Jada responded as well. But Jada's one was more, you know. See, I give Jada Kiss credit. He's talented, very talented. Let's get to this. There's a comment I want to get to just below Anthony's. You know something? This YouTube thing is very awkward to use. Veritas, he says a lot of people still prefer black people to shut up and to continue tap dancing, like a certain channel, I won't say his name, who always hates on conscious rap and said he prefers Drake over Kendrick. I mean, I'll be honest with you, like, anyway, I mean, I don't roll with everybody who says Kendrick is just better than Drake. To be honest with you, I don't roll with that. I don't roll with that. You know what I mean? Neither of them really are my. I don't know. Like the Not Like Us song, I didn't understand it. Maybe it was pertaining to FBA and I didn't really get it, but I didn't. I mean, maybe I need to study it more. But I don't know. See, the thing is, yeah, when I first heard KRS-One, he done a song called "You Must Learn," right? It was almost like it was almost like being in a classroom. And this is in the 80s, man. And rap, you know, it was just finding its feet, just getting on MTV. And I remember listening to it on pirate radio. And I like, you can't compare Kendrick to that. You can't compare it to that. Public Enemy, you know, it's just like them days. It was the Afrocentric culture, and you were just learning things. I mean, like KRS-One mentioned Benjamin Banneker, Harriet Tubman freed the slaves, Eli Whitney, Haile Selassie, Louis Latterman, and it all made sense. It all made sense. Madam C.J. Walker. And you could listen to rap and you didn't feel like you wasted your time. Big up Lisa Bells. Yeah, like it's just gone from bad to worse. I can't remember the last time on a mainstream outlet where they spoke about turntablism or covered the DMC championships. You know who's interested in the DMC championships these days? It's the Japanese kids. the Japanese kids, and the European kids. You go to Britain, there's still pockets in Britain where they're into that. But America, they don't care about no turn. There are some, obviously. But they've abandoned their culture, which begun across the pond. They've abandoned the greatness of it. Just to rap. I just want to rap, just rap and talk shit. Some of my friends are hip-hop DJs. Do you know how long they'd have to spend perfecting their craft? They'd have to be in their house for hours. Perfecting their transforming, their scratching, or cutting, they'd call it. Hours. Recording their routines, going back, listening to it. Mixing, blending for hours. Where is the DJ culture? Where is it? What happened to it? What happened to it? What happened to it? Even Big Daddy Kane had street cred. He used to dance with Scoob and Scrap. He used to dance. Fresco, who won the rap championships over there, he used to dance. And his DJ, is it Miz? He won the DJing. All of that dead. It's just dry. It's just dry. Like people, you see, back in the day, people used to say MC Hammer was a sellout. But you put on Hammer's music, right? From Don't Hurt You Can't Touch This. The videos, like visually, outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. All pure entertainment. Pure entertainment, bruh. That man spending out thousands of pounds, right? On the stage show, the routines, the dance, just like pure entertainment, bro. Kid and Play. What happened to that? The Rocksteady crew. Yeah. Rocksteady crew, bro. But now, you mean they're all too cool to dance now. Now, all I see, like the women, they get butt injections and your divas and boss baby. Boy, she's boring, bro. It's dry. Dried up, played out, boring crap. Anthony saying the Too Legit to Quit music video must have been expensive. Cost dough. Cost money. Yeah, like you're saying, he was the man. He was the man. He was the man. Yeah. That cost money. He put time into his stage show. Time. Time and effort. Don't see these men putting no effort into what they're doing. Even their raps, like no effort at all, bro. Man, they're putting no effort into their raps. Lost skills. Senior Cal says modern hip hop has forgotten the importance of the DJ. And that's where it started, right? That's where it started, is with the DJ. That's where it started. I remember when I first got my 1210s, yeah? I got my 1210, set up the mixer. And one of my brothers came around my house. Proper hip-hop DJ. He said, oh shit, you got your shit hooked up, man. So, they can't help but shine them. Man, switch on my stuff. And he got on the turntable. And like, he put on a couple of buttons and he done a couple of scratches. And you know something? Right? And this is a true story. I didn't use that turntable for weeks after. I didn't use it for weeks. You know why? because when he went on it, right, the sounds he was producing from scratching was like it was almost like he'd done something to the tables that I didn't understand. Like he pressed the button in there and it was making the thing scratch and in a way I couldn't. I was like, but that's hours of practice. Hours. All that is dead. Yeah, Heavy D. That's right, Lisa. Heavy D used to dance and he's a heavy set brother. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-mm. Yeah. On self-destruction. Yeah. I remember him on self-destruction. I'm trying to remember some of his bars. Said something like, they said we're animals, but I disagree with them. Yeah. When Heather's in the place, there'd be no bum rushing. I used to love that song. See, self-destruction. I mean, all them songs, man. Self-destruction. What was the other one again? Stop the Violence. So much. There was Heal. So much conscious music coming out, and it weren't just conscious. It was good music. You could dance to it. So it weren't like, oh, we're just giving you a message, but there's no musical shit in it. Nah, this they were making funky, good music. You know what I'm saying? Afrocentric era. Then I don't know, man. I don't know, man. It's just like how it got to this state here. I really don't get it. I really don't get it. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, and it's not just hip hop, man. You know what it is? You know what it is, yeah? Like people keep asking me, what do you think of the Nas Primo album will come out? I said it's hard to say really, man. I don't think they was in the studio together. I think Primo just sent him the beats and he rapped over them. And like I don't think there is no art out there now. I don't think there is no art. Like there's no record shops. Like how would you purchase that Nas album? You'd have to get it off a streaming site. To me, that's not the full experience of enjoying an album. To me, enjoying an album is going out to a store, yeah, buying the vinyl, the big vinyl with the artwork, going home and playing it, yeah. There's no music right now that like because like you're just bombarded with music right now. So what is good from what's not? How much time do they really put into it? Anyone can get into a recording studio and make music now. The technology would just make the music for you. Jimmy says practicing on the mic wasn't just lyrics, it was also flows and breath control. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Technique. That's right. And he said those days of going to the record store is long gone. Yeah, and to me, I, to me, listening to a Nas album now compared to Illmatic, it's just not the same at all. It's not the same. It's not the same. Like, yeah, you got yeah. You got the AI making the music, Lisa, and actually making the raps and stuff. And you sound like, whoa. I heard someone made an AI version of Biggie doing Mobb Deep Shook Ones. I'm like, was it Shook Ones or a Nas song? I'm like, flipping out. How do they do that? Anthony says, The golden era was the early to mid '90s when rap and R&B merged and gave us the new jack swing. What a time to be alive! Yeah, well, it was that. That's a great era you're talking about there. That's a great era. That's a great era. And that's the thing, like even the R&B, like you're saying, where is the R&B like music across the pond? Who does R&B music right now? Like Jodeci, like SWB, like Keith Sweat. Where is it? What R&B music is there now? I don't hear it. What is it? Chris Brown? Crazy. Lisa Bell's R&B is dead too due to auto tune. Yeah. And see, the thing is, yeah, see the auto tune thing. It was okay when T Pain and a few others were using it, but everybody started using the thing. See, back in the day when Roger Troutman and Zach used the vocoder, no one really jumped on it. That was Roger's thing, and that was his lane. No one really jumped on it. You know something? I saw Roger Troutman and Zach perform shortly before he died. And I saw the whole show. The whole show. You don't get shows like that no more. You don't get shows. The man had the live bands, the dancers. They were walking into the audience and so, whoa. And he had the vocoder. Full show. Full proper show. You don't get that no more. You don't get that. Showmanship. Proper showman. Like, I was blown away. I was blown away. I was blown away. I watched him. I watched that show, and he was dead shortly after. He got shot or something. Crazy. Yeah, yeah. I remember watching Ray Ayers years back. R.I.P. You just don't get the likes of no more. You're gonna compare this era here anything to anything? You gotta be out of your mind. You gotta be out of your mind, bro. You gotta be out of your mind. But they don't see like these kids are reaching now. They're reaching. Units of Zap and Roger. Yeah. Yeah, I saw it live. Saw it live. Early 90s. I saw it live. Saw it live in the 90s. Jimmy said albums are not albums anymore. They're more like compilations of songs. Yeah, you nailed it. You nailed it. Yeah. Yeah, and the colorful clothes, the catchy beats, the dance moves, the harmonies, the colorful music videos, the New Jack Swing. Yeah, you know what I mean? That's when Living Color and all that good shit. You know what I mean? Like there was an innocent, there was always the gangster shit and road man, and that's fair enough. That lane has to be there. But you know what I mean? The showmanship was always there. People danced. I remember you used to go to a hip hop club and people like danced. That's what they were doing, is dancing. Now everyone just stand up, stush, and you know what I mean? It's just like weird. They're weird, man. Veritas says the industry always took a certain attribute of successful artists, hoping to replicate the success like auto tune. Remember when everyone started having Indian instrumentals and vocals? Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's them trends go in and out. Yeah. He says this generation doesn't mind beats as long as they have their phones and social media. They're good. Yeah, and they know more than we do. That's right, and they're not even getting the full experience of music. They're not even getting the full experience. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. It's just like I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel weird to get an album off a streaming site. Maybe if it was an old one, but a new album, I'm gonna buy it off a streaming site. Nah, man. No. Album is supposed to like even okay, fair enough. CDs. Yes, you can get your CD back in the day because you still had to go to the store and listen to what was good. See, back then, if you were like collecting music, you'd have to use your own ear. You couldn't just jump on what everybody was listening to. You'd have to, use your own ear in the headphones and say, okay, I'll buy that, I'll take that, and then you're gone. Now you're just handed the music. They're telling you what is hot. They're telling you what to listen to. That's why that mumble rap or whatever they were terming it. That's why that got so big because they were telling the kids what to listen to. Anthony says, black musical expression without dance. Imagine that, eh? 30 years ago, you could have never told me that, and I believe it. You wouldn't believe it. It would have made no sense. Yeah. That's crazy. No dance. Like, Nicki Minaj and Cardi B, I don't see them dancing. There's nothing sensual about them. All they're doing is just ridiculous, man. Butt injections and all it just whore culture. You know what I mean? Which is cool. I ain't nothing against that. What else can you do? You know what I mean? I ain't got nothing against it. I'm not a prude. Anthony says, even in dancehall music now, dancing is almost obsolete. I remember when every top dancehall artist had a new song to a new dance. Yeah, you're talking about what I mean, like Bogle. I mean, Bogle was the big one, obviously, but like you said, that was prominent in the culture. Is there still dancehall music like we know it? Like I know you like the Louis Culture song that I like, Born to Be Free. I know you like that. That's one of my favorites as well. You know what I mean? What are they talking about? The dancehall artists now. I'm gonna have to take a deep dive. Man. Crazy, man. They don't promote why are they not promoting like there's people out there pop locking, there's people out there breakdancing, there's still DJs, there's still because I'm sub to the DMC channel. Why is that just took a backseat just to rap? Because rap is the quickest way to bring about negativity. Yeah? Yeah, when Tupac started talking that stupid crap about doing man's wife and stuff like that. Yeah? They manipulated the rap. Veritas says, do you place the blame mainly on the artists, not up to quality, or the industry pushing them? Because the fake artists have always been around, but they never took over mainstream like nowadays. You can't underplay how powerful the industry machine is. You can't underplay that. Um, it's a difficult one, isn't it? It's a difficult one. It's a difficult one because like we're speaking Afrocentric era, like from Public Enemy, BDP, Brand Nubian, X Clan, all that got decimated when NWA came out. Compton's Most Wanted. All of a sudden, it was the West Coast G shit. But what people don't know, there's the Coop from LA. They've got an album, right? Which is depicting on the album cover the towers blowing up. And this is years before it actually blew up, right? You had Paris from LA. You had Cam from the NOY. There was a lot of conscious artists in the West Coast, but they went for a B is a B. Whether I'm broke or rich. They went for that. They went for bang 'em up, shoot 'em up, waving whatever color flag. They went for that side of rap from LA. But that's not what all what LA represented. LA had a lot of underground hip hop. Souls of Mischief, Far Side, Hieroglyphics, Cali Agents. They had a whole different side of rap that weren't getting repped. And that was an industry engineered maneuver, is how I put that. That's I ain't got receipts, but that's what a lot of people believe. And I'd agree. I'd agree with them. I'd agree with them. All of a sudden, right? We went for years where you couldn't say no N word on no record and put it on the radio. All of a sudden, okay, you can say it now, but we'll just put edits. We'll just put edits on the record and put it out now. But before that, when Luke tried to put out the 2 Live Crew, they had to go through whatever amendments over across the pond. And they won. They won their case, but they had to go through a lot. But when they start, but you see, the thing is, yeah, no disrespect to that genre of GANG rap. No disrespect. It promoted a lot of black on black crime. It promoted a whole lot of it. Yeah, just in the action of saying, I would do an N-word this and the N-word that. Shoot the N-word, this N-word, he ain't shit, and this, that. It promoted a lot of negativity. And what did it end up with? The 2 prominent rappers, street rappers, dying. Coppin 09, he said, I liked Heavy D. Yeah, Heavy D was good, man. Heavy D was good. Mm-hmm. Yep, Notorious B.I.G. and Tupac. Anthony says, Dr. Dre has a lot to blame for the gangster era. I think he was just a pawn because let's think about it, right? He started with the World Class Wrecking Crew, right? They were wearing makeup. Look at Dre when he was doing electro. That was electro music, right? The man was wearing makeup. And then all of a sudden he changed his image. What was the lyric he said in Express Myself? I still express that I don't smoke weed or cess, because it's known to give a brother brain damage. And brain damage on the mic don't manage nothing but making a sucker you equal. Don't be another sequel. That was his lyric on Express Yourself. That's what he said. Then years later, what's his album name? His album is named The Chronic. How do you go from I don't smoke weed or cess to maintain your album The Chronic. It just goes to show they will say anything to capture the imagination. Because listen, see when he brought out The Chronic, yeah? Cypress Hill and Redman, their rhymes were laden with weed references and weed songs. Laden. So The Chronic was the next thing. Snoop Dogg talking about weed. All the rappers started talking about or smoking weed. So his album was called The Chronic. And it's like what I said. Remember what I said about 50 Cent on the Get Rich or Die Trying album? As soon as I heard him, that I get high every time, I got this venom, I said, he don't smoke weed. And I was trying to explain to my girl, I said, I can't describe it, but he has no affinity to what he's talking about. I can feel it's a paint by numbers job. I just felt it. I felt it automatically. And then he came out later, a few months later, I don't smoke weed. Yeah, I know you don't smoke weed, 50. I know you don't smoke weed. But if it impresses the roadman then, we're going to buy your album, or whatever gal and is going to buy your album, you'll say it. Of course he'll say it. They'll say anything. That's why, if there's any young people out there, yeah, you can listen to rap. You can listen to roadman rap. You can listen to drill. You can listen to trap. You can listen to all the man talking that crap. The moment that you take it as something tangible that you can carry into your life, you're effed. You're screwed. You're finished. You're done. You're going to screw up somewhere. If you cannot separate the music from you're driving in your car and you like the beat, you like the raps, and then you go to work, you forget about it, you handle your business. If you can't separate that from, okay, I'm going to pick up my kids, I'm going to be with my missus, be with my mom, my family. If you can't compartmentalize it, you're done. You're done. You're finished. You're literally finished, right? Because the rappers, some of them take it to heart, but some of them know it's a job. That's like, you think Jeezy was going to let his son go out there and be a roadman? No. You see his son with the cap and gown. Yeah. Got his grades and everything. That man don't bring that into their house. You think Dr. Dre brings that into his house around his kids? No. It's like what did the guy say from Campbell's Soup across the pond? He said they don't even use real chicken and food. Right? So they sold billions and billions of that food, right? We used to eat Campbell's Soup over here. In the 70s, I think we used to have it. Not that much, but we had it. You make billions of, and now you're telling us that, yeah, you wouldn't eat it. You wouldn't eat it. That man don't bring that into the house. Because they know it's destruction. They know. They know. They know. Dre knows first hand after they used to get handled by them death row dudes that this shit is too real. That's why when he left death row, what did he say? I've been there, done that. A million mother efforts all around this earth talking that art shit because it's all it's worth. Yeah, you got guns, yeah, I got strapped. He doesn't do it no more. He's saying that's played. He's recognizing how negative it is. He's making a distinction. He saw what happened to Tupac. And to Eazy-E. I don't believe Eazy-E died of AIDS. I don't believe that. No, I don't believe he died of AIDS. You think about it right now, and I'm not really big on conspiracy theories, yeah? You think about it, right? Eazy died in 95. Tupac 96. Biggie got 97. You see, they became surplus to requirements for that genre of music. It done all the destruction it did, so now they're surplus to requirement now. How do three of the most prominent artists in rap, 95, 96, 7? No, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I do think there is a conspiracy in that somewhere. And he said, I saw Nas in an interview on MTV in the 90s, and he said that rappers are businessmen. They might talk that, yes, but they can't afford to go to prison because they lose money. There you go. It's business. A lot of it is paint by numbers. You know what I mean? Okay, I'll say this on this record, and I'll say this on that record. But like Nas said, it's business. Them man will say anything if it will put money in their pocket. Like them girls who rap, they'll say anything. They'll pump anything in their butt or whatever, in their breasts, if they think it's going to give them a pill to monetize. Not being funny, but Cardi B is absolute trash. And she knows it as well. Yeah? She knows it. There's no way, if you know anything about rap, if you had a choice of listening to Rage, spitting bars, or Cardi B, you listen to Cardi B. Now, if you in terms of looking at whatever, like Cardi's had all the enhancements and procedures done. So you might opt for Cardi to look at, or Nicki Minaj to look at. And then, who's the other one? The Ice Spice. Oh my gosh. She was terrible. She was absolutely Okay, I'm listening. When did someone say something about the man in charge, at least of Barclay Card, said he would never let his kids have a credit card? Go figure. That's deep. That's deep. You know why? Because it just puts people in debt. You didn't have the debt culture we have now before people had debit cards and credit cards. You see that debit card, right? It's funny you say that, you know. I was thinking, you see that fucking debit card, yeah? Because I remember when people didn't have debit cards. When you didn't have debit cards, people didn't stop in every shop. Oh, I need this and that. No, you don't. No, you don't. You know you got that debit card, right? So you're going to go in there and go buy whatever food in the supermarket, or go buy in the pound shop or whatever shop, and go buy clothes and items or whatever technology. You're going to go buy crap because you got a debit card there. That's why when people didn't have that in their pocket, they walked from work, from school to home. They walk from here to there, and that's that. You didn't stop in every shop. Or if you did, you just window shop and you got on with it. Now, you got that piece of plastic in your hand. Yeah, you swipe. Yeah, swipe everything. End of the month, you look how much cash you spent and how much shit you really needed from what you did. That's why. That's why. Because then people understand money management. They understand it. Big up Chris. He says, remember the female gangster rapper, the boss? Yes, from the Midwest. She wasn't a street chick. She went to a private school and she had money, made up images. Yeah, Def Jeff used to write her rhymes, Chris, right? And you know something, Chris? I got into an argument with, I think, some of her family members because I brought that up. And they said, well, how do you know all that? You say you're from England, now you know all that. I said, well, that I read about it years ago. I didn't read about it now. I've been listening to hip hop years. I read about it years ago. She died the other year. She died. And the thing is, I like some of her music. She had what was it? One song. I don't give a F. I don't give a F. I don't give a F. That was a good song. It had a good beat, and she could spit. She could spit the bars. Deeper. I used to love the song Deeper, where they used the Gwen McCrae 90% sample. That was a good song. Deeper, deeper. Yeah, Remy Mars. I don't know, Lisa. I'm not really a big Remy fan on rap. I'm not a big Remy fan. I'm not a big Remy fan, I'll be honest. I'm not a big Remy fan. I don't think Remy is all that. MC Light, Latifah, back in the day was good. Rage. Raw Digger's all right, but sometimes it comes off a bit aggressive, a bit masculine, but she can rap though. She can rap. There's a few more as well. There's a few. Moni Love is talented. Moni Love, yeah. Someone said, yeah. Susan said, yeah, yeah. Susan just bought a Moni as I said it. Yeah, Moni Love was good. I'm cool with the Cookie Crew. They had some good songs as well. They had some good songs. See, them days, them girls, they kept their clothes on. Yeah, I like Paula Perry, Senior. Extra, extra. Read the headlines. I like Paula. I like Paula. From Fort Greene, Queen of Fort Greene. I like Paula. Chris said, "We live, eat, sleep." He said she got exposed by accident by Russell Simmons and Fredro from Onyx. Wrote some rhymes for her. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Her career was done after that, literally. It was done. It was done. It was done. She got exposed because she was talking some HRDSHIT. She was talking some real thoroughbred, you know what I mean? Road gal talk. She was on it. She was on it, boy. But, you know, I was conflicted with that, though. Here's the thing, though, right? I didn't believe she was doing all of that anyway. But listen, not being funny, yeah? Not being funny. There's probably 1% of women who could really give a dude who knew how to fight a good fight. Most women ain't doing what I believe. Little Kim was behind the triple B. No way! I don't believe it. Sorry, Kim. I don't believe it. I don't believe Kim was on the road handling business. No, I think Big wrote your rhymes. You know what I mean? Now I don't think Kim was in Bed-Stuy holding down a block with the man. Them. No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't believe it. No, I don't believe it. So I didn't. But see, the thing is, I always take the music for the music. If I like the music, I like the way you spit the rhymes, and the beats are good and it goes together. You know what I mean? But then again, it does kind of, when you find that someone is not authentic, it does spoil it, don't it? It does spoil it. When you find, oh yeah, he went private school, and his real name is Timothy Jeffrey Hodges. It kind of ruins it. It kind of ruins it. I don't know, man. We live. He says, I'm not going to lie. Boss fooled me. She went hard, Chris. She went hard. Al Booger, he says, who were them chicks from Oakland? Used to be down with Hammer. The 357 itches. Oaktown 357. Yeah, that's the one, Lisa. That's the 357 inches. You can't touch the riches. Even if you had MC Hammer in the 357 inches. That was fucking. But even Biggie were, you know what I mean? I knew Biggie were Scarface level, pushing things. You know what I mean? Listen, like not, it's business, it's entertainment. That's what it is. And he said Matthew Barrett is the name of the Barclaycard executive who I referenced earlier. He made that comment in 2003 when he was earning over £2 million a year. Wow. See, people complain, oh, the government isn't doing this and that and this and that. But what are the people doing for themselves? Right? Everyone sleepwalks into consumerism, sleepwalks into it. The amount of money that one community could put in to making their streets safer with what they use in consumerism, they do nothing for themselves. And that's why he won't give his kids the credit card. I don't blame him. Listen, like I said before, right? Like I said before, that debit card culture started when? Because people had credit cards in the 70s and 80s, but not many. Most people in the quote-unquote HOOD or inner city were not living on credit cards. The debit card became the thing. Right? And like I said, when you didn't have plastic in your pocket, them days, you would have to go to the bank every day to spend. It's like, you see the psychology of it, right? Basically, you're carrying your bank account with you all the time with this debit card or the credit card all the time. When you wasn't carrying that bank account with you in the 70s and 80s, you spent way less. There was no real consumerism culture. The only consumerism culture you had was advertisement on TV or in the newspapers or on the radio. That was it. But you didn't have that card to facilitate that want to spend every second. How much times do you like, are you walking in your downtime, walking around your city, and you pull out that bloody card? And I'm not talking about no big spending, right? Let's say you got that card on you, right? It's easy as anything to spend £10 a day on your debit card, right? £20 a day on your debit card. Food, this, that, an item here. It's easy just to flash that card. Oh, I'll just put it on the card. Put that on the card. Put this on the card. Put that on the card. Yeah. Sleepwalking into consumerism. Sleepwalking, walking straight onto a right hand, designed by the man. Crazy. I'm looking for Susan's comment about Eve's first album. She says, I still play Eve's first album all the time. I think I rate her a lot because DMX was my favorite rapper. I like Eve. I liked Eve. She was okay. Eve did her thing. But you see Eve? Eve married that rich guy. She doesn't come around the hip hop culture. She stays way away from it. I don't know where she lives, but she's way away from it now. You know what I mean? She did what she had to do. She married rich. And now she's the suburban or whatever housewife living life. You know what I mean? She ain't got no need to spit no bars and roll with the dudes then. You know what I'm saying? What's that record she done with Gwen Stefani? what Dre produced. I remember that record. That hit big for her. That hit big. Oh, they made fun of Boss in Living Color, yeah? Mm-mm. Fake. CB4, what is she? The female CB4, yeah? The female CB4. Chris said Hammer can't rhyme. Can dance though. He can make good songs and vids though. He was hip hop culture because dancing back then was a big part of hip hop culture. You know what I mean? Oh, Mike D, Gizmo, Milk D. Somebody's saying R.I.P. Dalton Smith, 1997 to 1/10/2026. I don't like the fight. I've said it already. They're saying now that Matthias's gloves were rejected. That's what they're saying. I don't know if I can find where I got it. Let me see if I can read it. Find it anywhere. Oh no, it went off. It's not having it. Is it there? Where's the article? They're saying that I don't know what it was, but listen, I don't know if I could trust. See, that's the thing. You see, with today, yeah, you get a news item, and you don't know if it's a legit source. You don't know if these people are legit. So you don't want to put news out there, and you can't verify the legitimacy of the source. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem with see. That's another problem with, like today. People just say anything. Before you, I'm not saying. Listen, media always lie. You know what I mean? Before social media, they tell the public lies. But I think now it's on a different level, man. Find it. You know, and yeah, before I carry on, he also tried to blame Eddie Hearn for sabotaging the fight. Matthias claims that Eddie Hearn sabotaged his pen test. That's what he's saying. I don't trust this guy. I don't like him. I don't trust him. I think he's a dodgy dude. I don't think he's a good dude. They tried to sabotage my test because I know it was him and his team who took out. Yeah, they messed with his pen test. That's what this guy's saying. I don't like the fight. What did he say? What did he say? Yeah, they turned down his gloves. The New York State Athletic Commission turned down the gloves he presented following an objection logged by Team Smith. But I don't know about the source who's recording it, to be honest. right? There's something dodgy about this guy. There's something dodgy about him, his team, and everything. There's something dodgy. Failed for Oscarine. And still got the fight. Matt Minton, he says, "What's up, G?" He says, "I got Dalton Smith in this fight. He has more tools. When you brothers across the say roadman, isn't that what we call a gangster in the US?" Yeah, I guess so. Although no one really calls him. See, the thing is, that term roadman, like one of the rappers was saying it the other day, no one calls themselves roadman on road. You know what I mean? But yeah, it would be the equivalent of that, of a gangster. Yeah. Eve was on Jada and Joe's podcast a couple of months back. She had a show in NY. She does tours for her old music. Yeah, okay. She still does her music. Oh, that's all right. Okay. Big up Eve, man. Eve made. She's living a good life now. Anthony said Eve found herself a wealthy WHITEMAN and bounced from the culture. I think she lives in Switzerland now. That was the last time I heard of her. Boy, if you live in Switzerland, if you move from America to Switzerland, you got bread. You got serious bread. Eve lives in London. Is it London she lives in, Susan? I thought it was Anthony said Switzerland. Veritas says 100% beats. That's what unchecked capitalism wants us to be. Mindless consumers spending our last penny instead of building a better life. Yeah, education system falling apart. NHS falling apart. Crime just ridiculous. And like all we respond to is spending. Spend. And then expect the government to do something for you. Come on, man. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. You know what I mean? Ridiculous. The amount of fast food people are eating. Uber. They don't even walk to get the Uber fast food. Get it sent to you. Madness, bro. Madness. People are afraid of cooking. They're literally afraid of cooking. Takes too long, but yeah, I mean, because you're fucking lazy. Take too long. Eating junk. Al Booger says, shout out to Eve. Hell of a come up, no doubt. Veritas says, Sabral had the look of a killer. Yeah, remember the Ukrainian kid who Buddy McGirt was training? Remember what happened to him when he fought him? I wonder if he was Oscarined up. Oh, yeah, way away from the Philly streets now, Susan. You know what I mean? She's way away from that. Yeah, I don't trust him. I don't trust that Subrel Matthias. I don't trust him. Don't trust him. Yeah, and they're saying another easy lawsuit for Eddie. Blaming Eddie. It's always the other fighter's team. It was a contaminated sample. It was tainted beef. Yeah. No one believes you. No one believes you. And like I had people on my channel trying to defend this guy. So defend this. Listen, stop it, bro. Stop it. saying, "Oh, Beach, you don't understand. He only had a little bit of Ostarine." Yeah, because he could be cycling off, and he calculated it wrong. You know what I'm saying? When they came to test him, he still had the shit in his system. Isn't it strict liability? I don't trust him. Anthony says, "I'm telling you right now, most people's kitchen will be converted into a spare room for rent. That's how redundant cooking will be for most people." Yeah, basically. Basically. They don't have to do no washing up with the amount of Uber but they buy. Just throw it all in the bin. When they're done, just throw it in the bin. No washing up at all. No kitchen utensils in the house. Because they probably bring them plastic spoons and forks. You know something, Bruce? I've got no interest in this card at all, in Caballo's fight or anything. I'm going to get into it, but I'm just like, this dry. It's just dry, bro. It's dry. It's dry. It's dry. And I've got all these people on the chat just defending Usyk for everything. Like, it's not having a go at Usyk, but if you've got the belts, we expect you to fight the relevant people. Or if not, you know what I mean? He fights once a year now. Who's boxing now? I'm watching the prelims, YouTube prelims. Last round, I say. Yeah, I'm just I'm trying to inspire myself, Bruce. Trying to inspire myself to watch it. You know what I mean? I'm a bit boxing fatigued, I'll be honest with you, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm a bit boxing fatigued. Yeah, I don't think it's a good deal. I don't think boxing's a good deal. Let me see what my poll is saying. I don't think boxing's a good deal. It's not a good deal right now. It really ain't a good deal. One sec. Let me see if I can find a poll. Done a poll on Google. Right hand from I don't know who's who. Black guy tagged the white guy with a good shot. The white guy got hair on his back like a wolf, like a bear. How much hair is like? You get so much hair in your back, dude. Flipping hell. Look, he's like a jumper. The hair on his back's like a jumper. You ain't knocking that guy out, man. Look at that. I'll share it with you. Look at this. I wonder if I can get to 100 votes with this pattern. Check this out. Check this out. I have people defending like these guys. Now, where is it? Chrome window, entire screen. Is it that one there? Is that the poll? Could be. Oh, that's playing silly buttons now. Let me close some windows. Some idiot thing now. All right, look at this. If it will show it. If it will show it. Let's see. What happened there? What's it doing? I've got a poll anyway. It won't let me get on there right now. And I asked, who is buying that Dalton Smith card? And it was 70. I've got 70 votes. It's 100% no. 76 votes. 100% no. I'm asking who's, because it's £41.85 pay-per-view. Nobody's buying it. 76 votes, 100%. I've never seen anything like that in my life. I haven't seen anything like that in my life. I've never seen anything like that in my life. Not one person out of 76 people. Why won't it let me? I don't think it's gonna let me. For some reason. It's not having it. Yeah, that's what it says anyway. 76 people at the moment. 76 votes. 100% no. 100% no. Look, one people, and I have people on my channel saying, "Oh well, they had to do it because they've got to compete with Matchroom." But dude, no one is paying £41 to watch no Dalton Smith from the UK. Stop it. That's why the sport is dying. And if you don't understand that, it's like frustrating to hear you talk. That's why the sport is dying, right? Britain is one of the most livest territories out there, right? Britain is one of the most livest territories. We haven't got one single press. You know, I was in the supermarket, right? And I looked through the newspapers. There wasn't a mention, not a mention, back pages anywhere, not a mention of that fight. Not a mention. To the person who was defending it and the people who agreeing with it on the channel, are you buying it? Are you buying that card? No, you're not. You're not parting with no £41 to watch Dalton Smith and Sabran Matthias. Come on now. You're not parting. No way. Don't believe you. If you say you are, I don't believe you. Don't believe you. Bruce said it's $50 over there. Yeah, it's more expensive way up here. $50. You know what I mean? You're gonna spend $50 to watch Matthias and Dalton Smith. $50 is more than what I paid, or £41, right? Is probably £16 more than what I'm paying to watch Bivol, Beterbiev, or Fury and Usyk for Undisputed. You're charging £41. And these people think it's not going to sell, bruh. It's dead in the water, bruh. It's Dunnersville, Chan. That's the one. Dunnersville. You got no chance of succeeding. No chance at all. In this climate here, where people are bitching and complaining about paying for that 12-fight bundle, then you're going to add £41? Yeah. You see my electric meter, yeah? My electric meter, from what I normally top it up, right, is about 3 weeks less. I'm getting 3 weeks less on my top up now. I put out £41 to top up my meter, bro. Yeah. Forget that. Yeah. I use that to top up my meter. I'm not giving you the money. I'm not giving you the money. Buying that pay-per-view. No way. No way. If I tell you what, right? See, I'm moaning about Uber. I would prefer to go get the Uber, right? And get some rice and oxtail, right? So rice and oxtail from Golden Eagle and let them send it here rather than I spend. I get a large rice and oxtail with some carrot juice, right? Then I spend it on that. There's no way. There is no way I could find things, right, that I would do. I can watch Caballero for free. It's part of my subscription. And then I'll catch the highlights later of Dawn. I'll catch the highlights later. There's no way. £41. Who are they expecting to buy that? Who's going to buy it? Tell me the Puerto Ricans who are going to take their hard-earned money and pay £41 for that fight. If the person who was making the argument that they have to put it on pay-per-view, you tell me the streaming platform they're using. You don't even know the streaming platform they're using. You're not even paying for it yourself, but you're making the argument. Anthony said he'd rather buy a takeaway for that money than the pay-per-view. Yeah. Come send me an Uber around, some oxtail and rice. You know what I mean? Some oxtail and rice and some carrot juice. Yeah, forget that. Yeah. Pay money for that. Waste the money. Waste of money. We Live says, how Eddie puts shit in your body. Yeah. How did Eddie mess up his test from Essex and you're in Puerto Rico? I'd love to see how he did that. What is the worst one? Chris Eubank accusing Eddie of standing in front of the ambulance or paying the ambulance man to kill him in the ambulance, or Matthias claiming that Eddie messed with his pen test. What's the worst one? Eddie accused Eddie of everything. I'm telling you, if these boxers, I tell you what, if they can blame Eddie for anything, they will. If they can blame Eddie for oh man, that's the funniest thing, boy. If they can blame Eddie for some shit, bro. Oh my God. Wow. That's dread. Eddie Hearn is dread. Eddie Hearn is dread, man. Veritas, he says, like Thriller, they'll disappear soon. Yeah, they're like somebody said in the comment section of my last vid, they'll probably go bankrupt after this. Yeah. I tell you what, I don't know what happened to Matthias, but if Eddie had won the 1.7, right, you wouldn't have to be worrying about selling no pay-per-view to make up the whole of your purse. But now you've got to be worrying about pay-per-view to get your purse, rather than just getting a flat check from the zone. And you would have got the majority of that as the champion. So I don't know what they're playing at. These people in the comment section seem to think that they're going to do like AJ numbers. That's not doing no AJ numbers, bro. It'd be lucky if it does like 100 views. Buys. 100 buys would be good. People ain't buying pay-per-views. They're not buying pay-per-views. That's why DAZN done the bundle, because people are not buying pay-per-views. They're not buying them. And bigger draws than Dalton Smith and Subrel Matthias have got weak numbers in recent years. So how are you going to put... Listen, let me check the poll. See if the polls went up. I wonder if one person's gonna just to, you know, some people have got to be the contrarian. So okay, they're gonna mess up your poll. I'm gonna be the one guy who's gonna buy it. Let's see. Nope. It's gone to 80 votes. No one's buying it. 100% no. Let me see if I can put the poll in the thing. You guys can. I've never seen this in my life, right? No one buying the and it's a world title, right? It's not like some of the PBC pay-per-views where they might have an interim title. This is a full WBC title. Lady Chan in stitches. Lisa Bill says that part though. Yeah, like how any like mess with your tests from Essex. You know what I mean? From Essex, and you're in where? San Juan. Is it San Juan? Man live at San Juan, you know. Puerto Rico. Yeah. I don't trust that guy. I don't trust him. And no disrespect, yeah? Any man who's Cisco up his hair, any black man who's Cisco up his hair in blonde dye, don't trust you, bro. I don't trust you. Sorry. Man, Cisco up his head, you know. No, I don't trust him, bro. Don't trust you. Veritas, I seriously think their aim is using boxing for money laundering. I was thinking the same thing. There might be some criminal element, right? There might be some criminal element in them putting that on pay-per-view. Some laundering. Yeah. Some tax write-off or something. Yeah. Madness. 41 pounds. 85p. Lady Chad said boxing is wild. It's wild, man. You know what I mean? You're going to put that on pay-per-view. I'd rather watch Caballero for part of my subscription. You know what I mean? I tell you what, Bruce. Now I'm getting enthusiastic to watch Caballero. Now I'm getting enthusiastic when I think about that now. I really enjoy it. Because I tell you what, yeah? When Dalton's fighting, I'm going to be fast asleep. I'm going to be fast asleep. I'm going to be sleeping. Killed the fight. No viewers, like, it was ridiculous. How you so, like, all right, if you're Fresh Productions, right, how are you supposed to build Matthias' profile when nobody's going to watch his fight? Nobody's going to be seeing his fight. It was Shy who reported it in Twitter. She said she said it must be a typo. 41 pounds 85 pence. That's twice the amount of when we was paying £19.99 over here. There's something dodgy about this fight, bro. Him and the Osterine, his gloves, then putting it on pay-per-view for $41.85. Something dodgy. Something dodgy. Something dodgy, bro. Don't trust it. Don't trust this fight. And why are you fighting in Puerto Rico? Why, like, you're from Puerto Rico. What are you doing in Brooklyn? Is anyone from the tri-state over there? How big is Subrel Matthias in New York? Anyone from across the pond? Anywhere in America? If you're from America, you know the temperature a bit better than me. Is anyone gearing up to watch Subrel Matthias in America tonight? Let me know. Veritas says money laundering was harder with only big networks around. But nowadays, with all these new upcoming media apps, headquartered, who knows where, it opened the doors wide open. Yeah, you got a point. You got a point. You've got a point, bro. You got a point. You have a point. You have a point. You have a point. Because nobody knows even what is this? What's the platform it's on? That's what I want to know. If the person who's defending it, right, on my video, tell me what platform they're streaming it on, and if you're buying it, right? Show me one promotional shoulder program they did for this fight, this Fresh Productions. Just one, just a 5-minute snip of them promoting this fight. Show me where it is. Show me. If you can't see this is dodgy, then you're mentally compromised. If you can't see there's something dodgy with this fight. Yeah. Al Booker says, look up the seats on Ticketmaster. It's crazy empty. Right. I heard that as well. I heard that. Yeah. Tickets not selling. Tickets not selling. What's going on? If this, listen. How much did the Sheffield Arena do? Let me see. Sheffield Arena capacity. Right. They could have done. All right, it's got a capacity of around 13,500. That's for concerts. Let's say it says for Sheffield Steelers ice hockey, it's about 9.3, 9,300. They would have easily done the 9,300, right? Easily. Cleared out, right? Cleared out. They would have sold the whole out if they had come to Sheffield. But you hold it in Brooklyn. In one of the most America is fatigued with boxing. And you hold it in Brooklyn right now. No one knows Dalton Smith in Brooklyn. No one knows Dalton Smith in Brooklyn. Someone make it make sense. Someone make it make sense. Make it make sense how you would put Dalton Smith, right, from Sheffield in Brooklyn, and put Matthias in Brooklyn, who's from Puerto Rico, and no one knows him. But they don't know him over there. Who knows him over in the East Coast? What's his name? Miguel Cotto. Like Cotto was Puerto Rican. Cotto was huge in New York. Cotto was big in New York. This guy ain't no Miguel Cotto. Eddie Hearn said when they got the bid, he expected them to forfeit the bid and let DAZN promote the show. And they said no. And they said no. Killed the fight. Literally killed it. Literally, no one's looking. No one's even looking for the streaming platform that it's on. No one cares. 41.85. Come on, man. Americans ain't paying for pay-per-view right now, bro. Trust me, they're not paying. Americans are not paying. Americans ain't fucking with DAZN, and they certainly ain't gonna pay for that pay-per-view. They're not messing with it. They're not messing with it. They're not messing with it. And I don't blame them. I don't blame them. If I was American, I probably wouldn't get DAZN either because it does cater more to Britain and Europe. I wouldn't get it either. I certainly wouldn't pay for that pay-per-view at 41.85 to watch Dalton Smith and Sir Brown Matthias. Come on, man. What happened to the thing? Is it the card? Is the prelims finished already? Is this card starting a little earlier, isn't it? Because it's in Germany. It's starting a little earlier. How did it go from the prelims ain't finished? Surely not. Surely the prelims ain't finished. Let me have a look. Lawrence Okoli got a whole load of talk. Lawrence Okoli. But you end up fighting guys like Tete. It's hard to take Lawrence serious, man. It's hard to take him serious. All right, the prelims are done. That's quite early. It's not even 5 o'clock. Prelims are done. So what time's the main event, the main card start? Virtuoso says Matthias looks weight trained. Yeah, he did lose the bid, Chan. But the reason he lost it, yeah, is because Matthias is the champion. I don't know what percent. He gets a way bigger percentage than Dalton. So Eddie bid 1.7, which is the value of the fight. And they bid 1.9. They're not paying 1.9. That was a ghost bid. But maybe Eddie should have made a ghost bid. That's what he should have. But he couldn't really. But see, the thing is, you can't make a ghost bid if the opponent is getting a high percentage. You can't do a ghost bid. The ghost bid only works out, right, when you have the guy getting the higher percentage, if you get what I'm saying. That's when the ghost bid works. Right, yeah. They're 2 hours ahead. Yeah, that's right, Andy. Yeah. 2 hours ahead. I didn't consider that, I didn't consider that. Oh, 45 minutes for the main card, yeah, Bruce. 5:45, someone said. Herman, 5:45. 1 hour. 1 hour ahead, says Veritas. Who's in it? Like, they got Adelaide in there. Who's he fighting? Let's have a look. I haven't even done research on this Kimber. I haven't done no research on him, which is a bit. I mean, I should have done, but I just couldn't get up for this fight, man. Just couldn't get it. I see Agit with a black eye. That don't mean nothing, though. That don't mean nothing. I mean, that's just him getting in fighting shape, isn't it? All right. Let's have a look. Damian Kimber. They're saying he's got the longest reach in professional boxing. We'll have a look at that in a minute. All right. So they got Ricardo Nunes versus Jadia Herrero, 17-0. Nunes is 26-7-0. That's a lightweight. Granite Shutter. That's a heavyweight contest. So I think that might have been contested already. Peter Miller. No, that's going to be on the main card, I think. Yeah, that's the main card. You got Roman Fury. No one cares about that. Roman Fury. I don't even know. I'm not going to try and pronounce these names here. Not until I have a couple of Guinnesses where I try and pronounce them names there. Forget that. You know what I mean? I thought David Adelaide was on the card. It's dry. It's dry, bro. I think Peter Miller's Grant didn't Jared Anderson beat Peter Millers? He did, didn't he? No, it's Tony Yoka. No, Tony Yoka. Tony Yoka stopped Peter Miller. That's 2021. It's dry, bro. It's dry. But it's better than nothing, isn't it? It's better than nothing. It's better than nothing, I guess. Boxing not a good deal, bro. Do you that Oscar De La Hoya demanding 60-40 for Ortiz versus Boots? 60-40. Listen, Boots, Eddie, let us move on. In the immortal words of Martin Luther King, let us move on. Time to find a new opponent. Andrew is asking, is anyone actually paying £42? I'm not paying it, bro. Unless they come string me up and force me to pay for that. There's no way I'm paying. No way. No way. No way. You know what I mean? No way. There's no way I'm paying. Not paying for it. Andrew says, same here. Yeah, same here, Beats. Yeah, no one pay. That's craziness, man. 42 quid. That's like 2 pay-per-views, £19.99 pay-per-views. I'm talking good names when we're paying $19.99 over here. Oh, you changed your tune now, Chan. Ortiz is a duck. I thought it was Boots. Change your tune now, Chan. Yeah, Oscar De La Cokehead. Oscar De La Cokehead is demanding 60-40. Now, we don't want to fight now. We don't want to fight. And listen, when my DAZN thing runs out, if Oscar keeps with the Cokehead clapback, I'm out. If you keep Oscar on and he's avoiding smoke with Zerdo and Boots, I'm out. I'm done with it. I'm done with it. Eddie said he's going to cozy up to the sanctioning bodies. Well, I'm not cozying up as well. I get nothing out of it. Big up, Tone. What's up, Tone? Yeah, you got to change your mind on that, Chan. You got to change your mind. Ortiz is the quack. He's the quack, bro. He's the quack. Like, Jerron, he had his one tune-up, and he said he wanted smoke, which is fair enough. Like, Ortiz had a couple of tune-ups before he fought anyone decent. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Aaron Daly, he said if it was £20, he'd pay for it, but the 41 price point is mental. Yeah, mental, bro. Mental. Absolutely mental. Radio rentals. They're on one, bro. They are on one. Oscar De La Hoya is Oscar De La Hoya is the reason. Oscar De La Hoya, it's not really Eddie, right? Even though Eddie shouldn't have sided with the sanctioning bodies, Eddie's trying to make some fights. Oscar De La Hoya is the reason that I don't have no problem with Dana White getting in boxing. At least flipping Dana ain't going to be putting on fishnets and annoying me. You know what I'm saying? Forget that guy. Putting on fishnets and don't put on fights. Yeah, do clap back, clap back, clap back. Oscar's like a kid. Oscar is such a little boy. Lady Chan, I want to study the people who are going to pay for it. Special cases. Nut cases. Yeah, he's a horrible duck. Ortiz is a horrible duck, man. Yeah, and you know what they're saying? They're going to fight Errol Spence. Look at the options we have. We're going to fight Errol Spence. Well, Boots could call that Errol Spence. Like, Crazy, bro. Crazy. Crazy. And we got to pay for that? Yeah. 42 slaps is what they need, Tone, not 42 quid. Yes. 42 slap. 42 matic slapping on them head. Yeah. No caller ID. I like clapback. I think it's good for boxing. I'm not even going to respond to that comment. Seriously, I'm not because you guys know what my rage levels are like, right? So I'm not going to respond to your comment. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to leave that. Ignore your comment. Ignore it. Yeah. Ulix, they want Spence. Same thing Ortiz said after he fought Lubin. So you know what team Ortiz always wanted. Yeah. Chan said, you should have seen the comments I left under his Instagram message. Oscar was in his comments. Yeah, booty clap Monday about clapback. Yeah, booty clap. All fishnets. A side. What is he? What is Ortiz the A side of now? Come on now, Oscar. Ortiz has never fronted a pay-per-view as far as I know. Yeah? I don't remember him fronting a pay-per-view. Lady Chan I wouldn't pay. I'm with Chan. I'm sorry, right? I wouldn't pay for it if it was. Then again, I might do. If it was £20 on the zone, I might have paid. I might have done. But it's not a pay-per-view fight. It's not a pay-per-view. It's really not a pay-per-view fight. Aaron, you're on your own then, bro. I mean, I think you might be on your own on this one, Aaron. I think it's, to be honest though, I think it's borderline. If it was 20, I wouldn't have put the poll up. I can understand people partying with 20 for a bit of entertainment on their Saturday, watch some boxing. But £41.85 is madness, bro. Andrew, he says, I hope 40 doesn't become the new normal for UK pay-per-views. Well, it's the bundle package on the zone now. So if you paid up to that, and that's a con. Veritas says those bickering, incompetent promoters are suddenly all protective of each other when an outsider threat emerges. Like when Turkey first came on the scene, and now Zuffa, they need to get pushed out. Virtuoso says Oscar's done a terrible job promoting Ortiz. He put so much stock on Ryan Garcia that it seems odd to view Ortiz as an A-side. I mean, has he considered booking Virgil for a title fight finally? I don't even think it's that big a fight. I don't think Eddie and Boots should make a big deal. They should move on. Try and get the winner out of Xander and Barras, or the winner out of Josh Kelly and Martins Elliott. You know what I mean? Try and get them fights there. See, the thing is, if Josh Kelly was to beat, I don't like Josh Kelly really to watch, but I'm hoping he beats Martins. Although then again, Martins Elliott will fight Boots. I don't think they're gonna pee out like Golden Boy. I don't think they're gonna pussy out like them guys. So you know what I mean? All right. See, I'm coming live with Mr. Tibbs. He says he's from NY, I believe. He says, or he's from across the pond. He said, respect beats. No one is buying this Matthias fight. And the DAZN should drop Golden Boy. They don't want to make fights. Yeah, it's time for them to go. It's time for them to go. Herman says, give it 5 months and we'll all be on the fire sticks. Oof. Could be the death of boxing, man. Could be the end of boxing scene. Because you know when it's finished, yeah. When they lose customers like me, who's willingly always giving up the money, then they're finished. They're finished, isn't it? And customers like some of you and me, it's done. They're done. The only reason I don't use the fire stick is because I'm a coward. I don't want 5-0 knocking my door for nothing. So I'm very very cautious. Very, very cautious about streams that are illegal. That's the only reason. Lady Chan, she's with Mr. Tibbs. I hope the zone drop Oscar. They really don't need him. Yeah, at this point, he's irrelevant. Ulix, would Dalton versus Matthias have been a pay-per-view on the zone part of the bundle? Maybe they couldn't. They might try something like that. That's why it's a con, isn't it? It's a con. Where are we up to now? 93 votes. 93 votes, 100% no. I'm going to put the poll in the chat. 7 more votes to see how you guys vote. The poll is in the chats, people. Herman says, trying to get off the zone. Good luck with that. Why is it that hard? Can't you just stop your direct debit or something like that? Just kill off your direct debit and then it's gone, isn't it? I don't see why it's that hard. I'll get off there. I'll get off there, bro. Hopefully I don't have to, but Bruce, he says, I had to show Marlon Starling, Iran the Blade Barkley, and Tim Witherspoon how to spring fights. Well, they couldn't afford to watch them any other way. And that's a sad commentary on boxing. Wow. That's a sad indictment on what happened to their money as well, that they can't afford to stream boxing. That's free, like flipping. Marlon Starling is a former WBC world champion. I remember when he beat up Lloyd Huntington. When he swallowed up the side of Lloyd's face, he gave Lloyd such a beating. Iran Barkley is a former freeweight champion. Tim Witherspoon is a 2-time world heavyweight champion, bruh. Yeah. 2-time heavyweight champion. He beat Greg Page for one of them belts and Tony Tubbs for the other, as far as I can remember. Yeah. WBC belt. He beat Greg Page, lost it to Pinkland Thomas, beat Tony Tubbs for the WBA belt, then lost it to Bone Crusher Smith in the rematch. Yeah. That's 3 probably all-time great heavyweight boxers who can't afford to stream fights. Iran Barkley knocked out Thomas Hearns for the middleweight title. Was that the WBC belt? No. Who did Hearns beat for that? Once he beat Roldan, didn't it, for the 160? I think it was WBC. Barkley knocked him out, though. Barkley knocked him out proper. Caught him with that left hook. Hearns beat Darren Van Horn. No, Barkley beat Darren Van Horn, schoolboy Darren Van Horn, for the 168 pound. He just walked for him. he just walked right through him. And he beat Tommy for the light heavyweight title. He beat Holmes twice. Yeah. WBA light heavyweight title. Bruce says, yes, WBC. That's what Iron Barkley versus Hearns was WBC in it, Bruce. Yeah. Was that a vacant title they were fighting for? Yeah, he won. No. He won the WBC title from Roldan. Remember the Roldan fight was flipping dread, boy. Tommy was beating him in about Roldan, come back, boy. The Argentinian Roldan were no joke. I thought, listen, see them days watching boxing was like, the energy was different, man. There were fight parties. We used to have fight parties, bro. And that was one, like, Tommy was one of the guys. Tommy was fight party. Tommy's fighting, fight party. You know what I mean? I remember when I watched that, the house was packed with people. And when Tommy got rocked, we were like, oh no, Tommy's in the big. Tony, come back with that right cross, bro. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Earns his WBC middleweight title. Because he beat Roldan for the vacant WBC title. Them straps went vacant when Sugar Ray Leonard vacated them belts after he beat Hagler. And he moved up to 168 and fought Donnie Lalonde, who was a 175 pounder, and he won two titles in one fight. I mean, that was very sneaky from Sugar Ray. Wow. The boxing game did them guys like, see, but Don King, he did Tim bad. That's why Tim ain't got that dough. Tim earned about $850K against Frank Bruno and got, what was it, less than 90,000? Eventually they settled for $1 million. But by the time Tim got that money and he had to chop up what he had to chop up, you know what I mean? It's crazy. Crazy, man. Crazy. And Marlon Starling from Connecticut, look at all the people he fought, man. Man fought Don Curry twice. Beat Hunnigan for the title. He fought contenders like Tommy Ayers. I think he lost to Tommy Ayers. He fought Michael Nunn in his last fight for the middleweight title. They actually gave Michael Nunn a really good fight. Well, not a really good fight, but he was very tricky in it with that earmuff defense. He had them long arms, man. He had that earmuff, and his arms were so long, right? He had the high guard, and basically his elbows would still be protecting his body. He's a very good defensive fighter, man, for that peekaboo come out of crouch with that long jab. He ain't got none of his dough. Where did all that dough go? And who was the other one you said? The Blade and Tim. Why don't they get together and do a podcast, man? Like, the boxers, I don't know. I don't want to be too critical because boxers are very vulnerable. You know that. You know boxers are very vulnerable. Boxers are very vulnerable. As tough as they are, they're very vulnerable people. Very vulnerable. Because when it comes time for them to unify, build a union, they don't want to put their hand in their pocket. They don't want to do the hard work. But they've got to realize if someone else does it, then someone else will exploit it. You've got to do it within, you know what I mean, like the confines of your peers. That's why Barry McGuigan can't get a union off. Or Colin McMillan. You know, Colin McMillan, I've interviewed him a couple of times. You spoke to him on numerous occasions. Colin McMillan is college graduate material. McGuigan is a very intellectual guy. The British Boxing Board of Control, they basically washed their hands of it. It's a shame that you guys ain't interested in my mental health and boxing videos. It hasn't even cracked 800 videos. You guys don't want to watch all that. You know, guys don't want to watch all that. That's why I'm not going to make them videos. I'm not making deep videos. I'm just going to make videos about basic topics. I'm not going to make all them videos. That's why I didn't release part 2. So if you're not going to watch it, okay, I won't release it. I'll just leave it where it is. Or wait till I get a Patreon and I'll put it out then. It's a shame. Tone says, I remember the press calling him Donny the Blonde disrespectful. That was the first time I realized there was such thing as weight draining your opponent. Yeah, and I interviewed Donny. I'm going to cut out the part, actually, and make a video where he speaks about the Leonard fight. Why are you not doing all that? What am I doing? Let's start chopping up something. Flipping hell. What am I doing? Yeah, I had a really good interview with Donny Malone. Excellent interview. Excellent interview. It's on the channel. If you guys are interested, it's on the channel. Yeah, Donny came in at 168. And it's not like Donny was a tall, I wouldn't say big, but he was a good size light heavy. He was a good size light heavyweight. Ray drained him down to 168. And Donny's WBC 175-pound title was still on the line. And the vacant WBC, not the vacant, the inaugural WBC 168-pound title was on the line. And Ray won both the titles. Donny had him on the floor, though. Donny caught him with that 1-2. Donny hurt, and Ray hurt. He decked Ray. Ray got off the canvas and was a little too clever for him. And he stopped him. It's actually a good fight, actually. It's actually a good fight. I'm going to go watch that again. That was a good fight, bro. It was a good boxing them days. Yeah. Yeah, it took about a decade, Anthony, before Tim settled out of court with Don. Yeah. Anthony says the gossip videos get more views. It's a shame. Yeah, they do. They do. They do. They do. They do. They want to hear if Floyd's broke and okay, if you're going to report it, fair enough. But you can see they get joy. They get an absolute joy, hoping that he's broke or Broner is really messed up and down and out. Look at this idiot. You see, this guy responding to me. Let me see what he's saying. This idiot. Let me see what the comment is. You've just harmed your channel because you're biting like a pit bull, not figuring things out. What? Because I don't believe that Matthias is a clean athlete. No, I don't believe he's clean. You're trying to drop some science? What science are you dropping? Let me see if I can get my glasses and read his message. One sec. So, okay, tried to say, here's help because you're clearly misinformed or uninformed. Matthias 0.0 NG, man, I can't remember what was that, milliliter. If you decided to take even one pill, 15 milligrams of oscarine, the results 1 week later would have been higher. It takes 2 weeks for it to be out of your system. AI actually can do the calculation, what came out of Matthias' sample, both A and B, which are identical from the same piss test, which was 0.085 ng milli whatever, which the New York State Athletic Commission and boxing organizations consider to be trace amounts. Clearly, it's impossible to use the pill and then end up with so little. Man, just shut up, man. Shut up. Unfortunately, you've harmed your channel because you're biting like a pit bull and not figuring it out. Listen, strict liability, yeah? Strict liability, like they're saying for Conor. If they listen, if they clear it, they didn't say they ain't proved it was contamination. They're saying it could be contamination, just like it could be cycling off. And I don't accept your explanation. Yeah, okay. Listen, you're talking about all this how long it stays in your system, and if he used the pill, there would have been more. How do you know when he took it from when he didn't? It's clear it's impossible to use the pill and then end up with so little. How do you know when he took it from when they tested it? Talking absolute crap. How do you work all that? So you sat down and worked out when they tested him from when he took it? I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. And I don't think Dalton should be taking the fight. His dad should have pulled him out. Yeah? His dad should have pulled him out. His dad should have pulled him out of the fight. I don't like the fight. I have a feeling it's going to go wrong. Okay, Steve Cunningham, you're saying, Lady Chan. 5K, he got 5K for the year from Don. Flip it now. What was that for? What fight was that for? Why are people still signing with Don King at this point, though? Just pure desperation, isn't it? Don King put in cease and desist on Michael Hunter the other week, didn't he? Yeah, man. Yeah, they love the gossip videos, Anthony. They love them. They love them so. Morris is asking, do I rate Amir Khan? I think he's underrated. Yeah, I think Amir Khan was an entertaining fighter and a good fighter. Yeah, he beat Marcus Maidana, Luis Collazo, Devin Alexander. Got Barrera on his record, faded Barrera. Drew Lamont. Was it a draw? Did he draw with Lamont Peterson or did he lose? Did he lose that fight? He lost, didn't he? No, he lost to Lamont Peterson. Got stopped a few times. Danny Garcia, Terence Crawford, Brady's Prescott, and Canelo. I like Amir Khan. Oh, Lady Chan, this was for all his fights. He got 5K for all his fights. No, I can't believe that, Chan. I can't believe that. I really can't believe that. 5K for all his fights. Yeah, done a lot of bad things, man. Done a lot of bad things. Yeah, man. So it's a dirty game. It's a dirty game. It's a dirty, dirty, dirty game at times, man. Merciless. Mm-mm. Yeah, he ginnelled him up properly. He ginnelled him up for his money, man. It's a shame. Steve was a good fighter, man. You know what I mean? He's a good fighter. Signing with the Don. You know what I mean? It can go one way or the other. Like there's lots of fighters saying that he didn't gank them for their dough. Like Nigel, not Connor. Nigel said they put up a number. They always got their number. They paid them what they asked for. It's a shame, really. Lisa says Don probably has the money in his mattress somewhere. Yeah. I don't think a lot of people will be crying eye water when he dies, to be honest. You know what I mean? Put some great fights, but yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's boxing now, man. Dirty game. So what time that card starts in about 10 minutes? There's nothing on it. I want to like. I want to see Caballero. Obviously, I'm gonna watch Caballero. There's nothing on it I really want to see. There's nothing on it I really want to see except Caballero, and it's only because it's Caballero. I don't know anything about the guys, mate. See how these people turn into, you know what I mean, like lab analysts. Turn into a lab analyst when they're fanboying for someone, working out all milligrams. You don't know when he took Ostarine from when he was tested, from when, you know what I mean? You ain't got a clue. Like, you might be able to work out when the test date was, that information might be out there. But you don't know when he took it. You haven't got a clue when he took it. Oh, don't start expressions. Expressions getting all enthusiastic and we're probably going to get battered by Aston Villa. Don't start, man. You know what I mean? I can't stand Tottenham playing them, man. It really annoyed me. How much time's gone? The game started? I don't think it started yet. It hasn't even started yet. So, oh, it's FA. Is it FA Cup today? Is it FA? I didn't realize it's FA Cup. Boy, Tottenham is just like a headache, isn't it? The team is just like a headache, bro. Anthony doesn't swear for no boxer not taking peds. I don't live in their yard. Yeah, how are you defending him like that? Man, like you're doing all this milligrams and stop it, bro. Stop it. Stop it. If it was water, he would have been popped. Yeah, it would have been popped if it was water. The New York State Athletic Commission are deciding that they're having a different standard than WADA. WADA, they don't do penalties. All WADA do is pass on the results. That's what they do. Adelaide on the card. I was looking for Adelaide. I didn't see Adelaide on the card. I don't think Adelaide's on the card, you know, Chan. I don't think Adelaide's on the card. I was looking for him. I didn't see who's he fighting. No, I don't see Adelaide on there. Expressions, bro. You know what I mean? It's depressing, bro. Tottenham, depressing. I don't know if Adelaide's fighting or not. You know what I'm saying? It should be a better card than this. Should be a better card. You know the truth. It could be better, innit? Have a look, man. The main portion ain't started yet. So a few minutes, okay. Probably gonna watch that on thing now. Watch that on the big screen rather than on the computer. They were saying Adelaide was on there. Yeah, what like Marius for real? It's not good. It's not that good. It's really not that good. You know what I mean? You got this average card on the zone, and then you mean they're trying to get how much money out of people's pockets to watch the tests. Yeah. Tom said Spurs have a good manager. He proved that at Brentford. I don't know. I just think, like, man, I don't know, man. Tottenham just ain't destined to flipping play any consistently good football. That's what it seems to me. I don't know why. I don't know why. It's just not happening. Just not happening. Right, let's have a look at the poll. See if we hit the 100 mark. Let's have a look. 100 mark, 100%. 100 votes, 100%. Oh boy! I better get the thing up. But was Virgil Ortiz is going to sue Boots if he doesn't take the 60-40? Like, what? I can't take Oscar De La Hoya, man. I can't take him. I can't take Oscar De La Hoya. And you see with me, I've got a short fuse in it. So someone like Oscar De La Hoya, and me being a boxing fan, is just not a good concoction. It's not good at all, bro. It's not good at all. Man, make me go off like Bismarcky, bro. Seriously. Can't do Oscar De La Hoya. Can't do it. Need the zone to throw them off there. Throw them off. Wow, 101 votes, you know. 101 votes. Oh, 1%. Somebody said they're gonna buy it. to go spoil it, you know. I reckon they did that they knew I was going on the poll, you know. In all truth, though, it did get to 100. I've got two devices up, right? On the other device, it says 101 votes. Yep, it says 101 votes, 100% no. But someone put, so I screenshot it anyway. So I've got that. It did go to that. You know what I mean? So if you were trying to beat the system, you didn't beat the system. You thought you were going to mess up the poll. They tried to mess up the poll. It went to 101 votes, 100% no. And it stands now 101 votes and 1% yes. Some retard who's not really going to buy it. I don't believe you're going to buy it. I don't believe you're going to buy it. There's no way you're buying it. Do you believe that person who said they're going to buy it is going to buy it? No, I don't. I don't believe you. Don't believe you. That you purchased it, bro. Show me the receipt you purchased that. Huh? No one believes that. Madness, bro. Yeah. Be honest with you, man. Hip hop, I'm not going to say it's dead, but it's in just procrastination, really. It's in total procrastination. There's good hip hop out there, though, but it's just, see, it's like what somebody was saying. The industry, like whoever controls what's going to be pumped, what's going to get the most views on social media, is suppressing what good rap there is. It's suppressing it, and it's putting a lot of negative rap forward. That's what's happening. The real representation of hip hop isn't just somebody rapping. Isn't just somebody rapping. Hip hop goes into a lot of genres. Turntablism is a big one. It's a big genre of hip hop. Dance is a big genre in hip hop. I don't see it. I don't see it repped. I don't see it repped really. Most of these rappers, right, will be too self-conscious. And I'm even talking rappers from my generation when they started to phase out. The Kid and Play, MC Hammer, the dancers. Even like I said, Kane used to bop out. Heavy D. You know what I mean? Hip hop became very self-conscious, didn't it? It became very self-conscious of its image. Everyone had to be, you know what I mean, serious, non-dancing, non-happy, can't smoke. I can't stand Oscar De La Hoya. What they're saying here. Devin Haney Promotions making an offer to Lewis Croker. Nah, I don't think so. I don't think. Didn't Eddie write the fight off already? Where's Devin going to get the money to pay Lewis Croker? Was he going to take money out of his own pocket? Let's see if him and his dad will do that. Let's see. If you're saying you're a legit promoter, let's see it then. It's probably all talk, man. A lot of these boxes are all talk. All this A-side talk. A lot of them are all talk. I ain't seen none of these boxers. Not one of them boxers put on a fight that people want to see out of their own pocket. I ain't seen one of them do it. I ain't seen one of them do it. Oscar really thinks people care about Barrios versus Ryan. I don't care if you announce it or you don't announce it. What makes you think I care about that fight? JPEG Mafia. I don't think I've heard of them, Tom. I don't think I've heard of them. I'll probably have to try and. It's when I get time. The best creatives. He's like the best creatives. He doesn't play it safe. Okay. Did you say he gets AI? Anthony says the non-black world sees black people through music videos and sports. That's how we're projected in the entertainment industry. Worldwide is a big deal. Brewer Loss, he says, yo, Beats, let me join 1 minute, please. I don't have to get people on this platform. If it was on StreamYard, I could probably do it easier. I haven't worked all that out. I'm getting off soon as well. Yeah, everything is dead out, Chan, you know what I mean? Chan said, I personally think that this is the lamest era to live in most regards, in the era of mediocrity and limited talent. There's hardly any good new music, period. I think there's good music out there, but like I said, I think it's being suppressed by those who control the platforms and those who push what they want to push out there. So that's why Cardi B is so big. When I first heard Cardi B, I was confused. Like, you can do non-political party, you know what I mean, like pretty girl music, but it can sound better than what she does. It's like absolute trash. I think Nicki Minaj is better than Cardi, and I don't really like Nicki Minaj's music like that. But Nicki was better than Cardi B. Actual rapping. Her actual music was better. And that says something, because Nicki not. All right, so I'm a bit far from the screen. Someone said, speaking of Cardi, she bought a house in his town. Lisa Bell says, T.O. versus Shakur, the promotion is dull. Lady Chan, I was one of them who bought her first album. We're talking about Cardi B. Okay, JPEG Mafia has a duty pay. Let me see. JPEG Mafia. Like I'm speaking language. You don't understand anything I said. Right, JPEG Mafia. Like the social media content as well, like all these people who are relationship experts. They just do your head in it, innit? Like for a while it's entertaining, then after it's just like it's just overkill, isn't it? It's overkill. Has a duty. Has a duty to pay. I've got it in the watch later. All right, they got their own sort of style in terms of tempo sampling. You know what I mean? Sounds kind of sound like I don't know. I don't know. I kind of like this first beat I heard here though. I'll listen to the whole song in a minute. Big up bass, the kid, hardcore casual in the building. What's up? Tone said the standards of the world fall every year. Lady Chan is a Nicki Minaj fan. Yeah, Nicki better than Cardi. Nicki better than Cardi. Is it Nicki was like when she used to do all that Roman shit? Oh God, shut up. I mean, Roman. Oh boy. Chances, Lady Chan. Everyone talking about couple goals. Next week, the couple splits up when they go back to saying the same this with a few new couples, just androids with no minds. I thought you was on that circuit though with them guys there talking about like gender politics. I thought you was on that circuit, Chan. I thought Chan was gonna break out in that lane. Yeah, Roman's revenge and all that. Yeah, just like oh my gosh. Oh gosh. Redundant as anything. I tell you, I'm really hoping that Mario Barrios can find some hands and really give it to Ryan. You know what I mean? Like the brat. I'm gonna give it to you. I'm telling you. I tell you what, if Barrios can beat up Ryan, I'm gonna celebrate for a long time. For a long, 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 long time. Anthony says he's never sat down and listened to Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, Sexy Red, Rudy Red, Ice Spice. Listen to none of the songs in his life, and I'm so glad. I don't blame you. I'm glad. Man. I don't know, man. Like, trying to listen to none of them except Nicki. Um, I couldn't, like, Nicki, I can remember the Anaconda song. And you know why I remember it? Because it has the mix of the sample in the hook. My anaconda don't dang it. So I remember that. I used to listen to some mix a lot. So that's why the Anaconda song from Nicki. You know what I mean? Nicki got a few songs that make you want to blow out her back a few bits, not gonna lie, but you gotta keep it real. Boxing fan, he says, "Yo, Beats, are you gonna pay £40 for the fight?" Oh man, for 40 pence, I pay 40 pence. You know what I'm saying 40 pence is what I pay. We might even see the highlights, bro. They might even be able to, like, will they be able to Yeah, somebody will maybe pirate the stream. That fight's dead. It's just dead. It's dead. Yeah, they've got fans, Anthony, but just not us. I wouldn't dream of buying any of their music. What happened? Do we score? Nah, I ain't scored shit. What you getting excited for, X? Man, we ain't done shit. AJ confirmed he's not retiring. His uncle was just talking with Andrew McDowell. We'll have to see what AJ's doing. You know what I mean? We'll have to see what AJ's doing, man. All right. Okay, Chan said that social circuit she was on, she had to tell them she needed a break, but I'm back on them channels end of this month, causing havoc. Stand by. Yeah, man. It's a lane, isn't it? It's a lane for the content creators. It always does, like, it's the same thing though. Men and women arguing over you and your masculine. You and your masculine. No, no. It's the same thing all the time. Same thing. Same thing. And like everything just like it don't make sense. I am not a tall dude. I'm around 5'8". And they say, I've heard them say, dude's 5'8", can't get no gal. And I'm thinking, well, that's not true. And I've got friends shorter than me who have no trouble getting then they say if a woman's BMI is a certain left of what they say is acceptable, they can't get married. That's not true. That's not true. That's not all of the talking points make no sense. Lady Chad says, no, they say that women prefer 6 foot, but most of the men get a lot of women being 5'8". That's truth, though. That's the actual truth. That's the actual truth. So where are they? Where are they getting this information from? Tone said he's 5'7", and in his days, trailer load. Right. There you go. There you go. Right? Because, see, the thing is, yeah, the height thing is a myth. I'm talking from the male perspective. The height thing is a top. Let me tell you why it's a myth, right? Your height is not going to get you more women, right? If you're short and you have bad posture, then yeah, then yeah. I ain't researched this. This is me telling you from the top of my head. This you won't find it on the red pill. If your posture is bad, if you kind of slouched up or you walk like, you know, like you're a bit compromised, you're a bit shortchanged. It's your posture. It's not your height. It's your posture. And if you're a woman, your BMI doesn't matter. It's where it's proportioned and how it's proportioned. And if your BMI is a bit, to the left as a woman, if you've got a pretty face and you've got a few assets, front and back, you get woman all day. Yeah. Anthony says he's 5'6". It was never a myth. Yeah. He always had criticism from women over my height. I'm 5'6". Yeah. Dr. Woodok says your height gets you all looking. I don't agree with that, Dr. Wu. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that at all. I don't think it has any effect at all. Tupac about my height. Tupac was about my height. You name somebody, right? Entertainment world who had more women attracted than Pac. Tupac 5'8", 5'9" the most. I don't agree with that. That's red pill. That's red pill. Tupac weren't 5'11", bro. Base. Tupac weren't 5'11". Tupac wasn't 5'11". Tupac was nowhere near 6 foot. If you think Tupac was near 6 foot, you're crazy. Tupac weren't nowhere near 6 foot. Nowhere near 6 foot. Yeah, true. Yeah. Yeah. Nah, he's not 6 foot. He's not 6 foot base. You can take Tupac, not 6 foot. Not 6 foot. Not 6 foot. He stood. Biggie was 6 foot. He stood next to Biggie. Biggie towering over him. Biggie towering over him. They've got me registered in the police station as 5'9" or 5 whatever. Talk about 5'9", 5'8". And you go to Box Rec, you watch all the boxes, they say are a certain height. He's not, there's no way he's 5'11". He weren't that tall. He wasn't that tall. He weren't that tall. It's an inch off. 5'11". I told you, I knew expressions. We're down already, yeah? I knew it. Right. Mike Tyson was taller than Pac. Right? And Mike Tyson's 5'10". Mike Tyson's 5'10". Tupac was closer to 5'8". Michelet told Black TV that Pac was about 5'5" in height. She said that he had little man syndrome. Okay. Yeah, Pac not 5'11". No way 5'11". He's maybe he is then. Maybe he is. Maybe he is 5'11" then base. You know what I mean? I don't think most people don't believe he was, but maybe he was, but most people don't concur with that. Tone said I was with a woman for years who was 5'11". We were the same height in the sack. Yeah, I'm not sure about that base. Maybe he was. Maybe he was. Maybe he was. Maybe 5'9". Maybe 5'9" at a stretch. Anthony saying that Michelet said more about 5'5". Yeah, listen. The police station had me measured over 5'9". That's how I mean. They had me measured over 5'9". So I don't know. Right, who's he standing next to here? Tupac. Okay, you're 5'5.5". The old Bill said you're 5'5.5". Yeah. Yeah, Tupac's dwarfed by one, but Snoop and Sugar are pretty tall though. Veritas says women also play hardball with tall guys. I theorize it's because women think they need to impress those men more. Maybe it's women's own insecurities that we're saying. Um, yeah, and like they always talk about women BMI unit. If you're a certain height, you need to be like eating rabbit food, and you know what I mean. You can't weigh more than 130 if you're a certain height. No, that's bullcrap. That's bullcrap. That's bullcrap. That is absolute bullcrap. You know what I mean? Men compromise a whole lot. If you find a woman, a decent woman, who's not butters, let's say in the face, right? Not butters. She's a bit overweight or maybe a bit underweight. Man will compromise and okay, she's a good woman. You know what I mean? You're compatible. Then you're gonna cohabit. You'll cohabit with her. That's nonsense. And like all the guys buying into that are like rubbish. It's rubbish, man. It's a load of rubbish. You know what the red pill sells to a lot of young men whose minds are conditioned. And it's the same with feminism. They sell their theories to a lot of women who have their mind conditioned. Yeah, he's six. I need to do 6'4", and then a guy 6'10" who's 5 inches taller than her. She thinks he's 6 foot whatever. They don't even know what 6 foot what is. They don't even know what it is. And if they see a guy 5'8", a little taller than them, and they think he's cute, what? What are they gonna do? Oh, you're 2 inches short. No, you're not coming with no tape measure. You're gonna date him. You're gonna date him. And like I said before, if your posture is where it needs to be, You're just gonna get women. You're gonna get women. It's as simple as that. It's not height, it's posture. It's not height. Tom says red pill is a grift. Case closed. Yeah, that and the feminism, man. Like you have women talking about they need a man who earns 100K a year. No, you don't. No, you don't. Load of nonsense. Next thing, someone driving a regular car that's not banged up and is dressed decent wants to take you out for dinner and his place isn't broke down and smashed up. Were you going to be asking how much he's earning a year? No, you're not. It's just nonsense. It's all rubbish. All rubbish. All a load of rubbish. Veritas says they could have at least added Reactor on that card. The card is Drizzy. Proper Drizzy. No, I don't know them two fighters you're talking about at BBC. I haven't got a clue. I haven't even put the card on yet. Chan said if you're 5'8" and nice, then it's all good. Man, she likes who she likes. Yeah, it's all good, isn't it? It's all good. And hey, listen, there's enough bad men around our height as well. I'm not saying I am, but there's enough. Listen, listen, there's lots of tall dudes, and I'm not picking on two. There are lots of tall dudes with bad posture and are goofy. There's plenty of tall dudes not getting no bootang at all. Don't know how to approach women. They look awkward around, not just women, but they're socially awkward. So all of that, you can repeat it in your red pill ideology, but it doesn't really mean much. It doesn't really mean much. Doesn't mean much. Anthony says now that his money is going up and the older single mother crowd's value is going down, we are meeting in the middle. That's my lane. I hate it, but that's my reality. Hey, listen, you gotta get it how you get it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get it how you get it. Yeah. And that's the thing. You know, Tom's joking about ask me where I work and I'll tell you Mickey D's. If the guy from works at Mickey D's has got swag, he'll get more yeah than the guy who might have a great job earning 100K a year. You know what I mean? It's too general. They try and make these generals, and then when you look at the real world, you're thinking, well, hang on a minute. I see a lot of tall guys who maybe they're getting more than what I think they are. I don't know. But a lot of them look goofy. Not all. A lot of tall guys are. It's not like okay, you're 6 foot plus, and automatically you're getting lots of women. It don't work like that, and it never has worked like that. Never has worked like that. Social media has given people unrealistic expectations. I think people have always brought a light to that, and it's really it's really amplified that aspect of how we think. I think we've all had it. You know what I'm saying? I think if you talk to most young men and women in their teens, they probably all think they're going to get married to a woman who looks a certain way and this, that, and that. And for some, it pans out that way. But for many, they end up with someone who they might not have expected they would have dated or married and hooked up. Because you've got to be in a mixes. And he says, tall men don't have to work as hard. And women place assumptions on them immediately. But then again, those conversations are redundant to me because I've stopped caring. It's just me. I just do me. I don't think I don't agree with that. I don't think the height thing. I think there's more people. I think 6'2" is in a minority. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. And he's not into the love bullshit. Should have outgrown that by the time you reach 35. Love your baby father and kids. Yeah, love you. You know what I mean? Yeah, like the single mum arguments as well. Can't date single mothers. Well, if you do that, right? If you say you're not going to date single mothers, and I'm talking from the viewpoint as a man, right? That means your sexual options are reduced severely. If you say, like, in the paradigm and era we're in now, if you take single mothers off the menu, then your sexual options are reduced. Because when you say single mothers, okay, if you're my age or 40, that single mother may be same age. Say, all right, a single mother of 35 or 40. She could have a grown-up child who doesn't depend on his mummy to make him dinner or stuff like that. And he might have left home. Are they off the table then? Or if they've got independent kids, is that off the table? I'm not talking about marriage. I'm talking about, you know what I mean? I'm talking about getting some, right? It's a bit crude, but that's life, yeah? That's life, you know what I mean? Man want peace, isn't it? Man want peace. It doesn't make sense. Lady Chan, he says, yeah, they say don't date single mums. Leave them because they all run you down as soon as you on a panel with these guys that say this. And tutus, red noses turn up at your yes, red roses turn up at your yeah. It's all an act, Chan. It's all an act. It's all an act. And he says, at Beats, I can only speak my reality. Maybe my chest too high in terms of what I like. Yeah, of course. Like you got to cut your cloth according to your cost. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Yeah. Yeah, it's a big act. It's a big act. I've never got into that. Yeah, I can't date women because they're single mothers. Why not? You know what I mean? And even if they like, okay, I'm not going to say the Wilder. No, I will say the Wilder situation is an extreme. Wilder is worth millions and millions of dollars. Most of us, you know what I mean, are not in that tax bracket. Yeah. So, okay, a woman might try and gank us for some paper here and there, but 400K, I can tell you, I ain't got 400K in my bank. I don't have 400K. I'm not ashamed of it, even at my age. You say, Pete, you ain't got 400K. No, I don't have 400K in my bank. I don't. Right? So for her to like take 400K from Wilder, it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. But it's a tax bracket that most men wouldn't have to worry about that happening to them. Right? It is what it is. Wilder is an anomaly. And then he put the kid in his will that wasn't biologically his. Oh, boy. See, the thing is, man, you know, the red pill don't take a lot of real situations into account. And like, I'm not gonna come out and say I was a player or anything like that. But yo, you know what I mean? I put in some work. Certain scenarios you get in, yeah? Let's say you lay down in the bed with a woman and you do what you're doing. And then you phone her or she phones you. And she does have a kid. Right? And if she does have a kid, what are you gonna do? You're just gonna blow her away? No, you're probably not. It's just like, okay, she has a kid. How are you gonna get around it? Or maybe you might just hit it once and dump it off. That is always an option. But if you like the girl, and you know what I mean, you had a good time, not just in the sack, but you know, you enjoy the company. You're not just gonna just discard her like that. I don't think that's a reality. Wilder didn't, and Wilder had options. Wilder, like, he's tall, like we say. How old? Tall, 6'7", world champion when he was with her. 6'7", world champion. He had options, and he chose that woman there. And okay, it didn't work out, but sometimes it doesn't work out. We know about Wilder's case because he's famous. You know what I mean? Trying to say, didn't you know she had kids before you? No, sometimes you're doing something. All right, let's say you don't know, Chan. Let's say you lay down with a woman and you didn't know she had kids. And then you meet her up again. Oh, yeah, I've got a kid. You could just blow it off. But sometimes it's just like, it's a case by case thing. You can't just, yeah, all right, she's got a kid. I'm running 100 miles. All right, she might not. All right, she might not have a kid, and she might listen. Some of the worst issues I've had is with women who ain't had kids. You know what I mean? Steal the trees out of my house. Yeah, and a whole load of them. Yeah, stealing from men. So it's not always just like as simple as, oh, she got a child. They're like red flags. If she's a thief, she doesn't have to have kids. She doesn't have to like have none of that. Listen, let me tell you this, yeah? Because I'm going to tune into the car. There's a kid in prison right now. And basically, it was deeper than that. That the man essayed, and they unalived the guy. She didn't have no kids. Some women are just that men stable, are a lot more stable than the ones who don't. I'm not saying that's a given, but that can be the scenario. Yeah. It's a shame I can't. If I could have thing, man, switch from this. Trying to flirt with me to even consider making a mistake and marrying someone out there now. I feel sorry for the men who chose to do it. Anthony, you're kind of cynical, Anthony. You know what I mean? It's about Anthony, you're kind of cynical. You're kind of cynical, Anthony. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, you're a proper yard man. Anthony, a proper yard man. Anthony, a proper yard man. That's what I mean. Chance is about the parents, not if they're parents. It's about the person, not if they're parents. I'm trying to get the zone on, man. Our expressions, man. You know we're gonna lose, bro. You know we're gonna lose. You know we're gonna lose. Um, it's a messed up world, isn't it? It's a messed up world. Like you see some really beautiful women surrounding us. Manic Marksman, what's good? Yeah, there's a lot of women. There's a lot of beautiful women out there who, if they're not, they might not be in a financial position to make enhancements like that, but they're always thinking they need more than what God blessed them with, and they can't get out of that mindset. So them getting in a relationship is no point because they're more concerned about stuff like that. They can't until they're happy with themselves. How are they going to be happy with a man? And you're thinking like, why are you so preoccupied by? You know what I mean? Your physical assets. Like, if the guy's saying he likes you, why ain't that enough? Why isn't that enough? Someone said we're going to see Big John Fury. Big John Fury. Gilcon said he finally caught alive. Big up, big up. Andy said, I'm surprised about how many women are on Tinder. I'm sure some of them are married. I've seen a few profiles actually admitting they're married. Oh yeah, they'll stray out. They'll definitely stray out. Right, prelims are finished. Is the main card started on the zone? Because I can't access it for whatever reason. You guys are watching it. What are you watching it on? You're not watching prelims. Prelims are finished. Where's the full card? I'm on the zone. Can't see it. Upcoming heavyweight fights. All right. All right. It's on. Okay. It's my right. What's it playing at? All right. Join live. Look at it now. Randy asses or what? You know what as well? I tell you a big problem with women. Not picking on the women. A lot of women are more concerned about what their men or what their friends think about you as a potential mate. They're more concerned about what their friends think. What am I doing now? So I miss Roman Fury. I don't really want to. I've seen him fight before, and I wasn't like enthralled by what I was seeing. In all truth, who is that guy there? Who is he with the tattoos and the like? Who is he? He don't look like boy. You look crazy, bro. You look like you just come out the pub, bro. You look like so. What's that program? That English program called again? What's his name again? Um, I forgot the name of the program. What's the program called? Yeah, they will box that style there, isn't it? The Fury Clan. You know what I mean? They will box that. Yeah, he looks like Fury. He looks like Fury. Trying to lead, trying to lure their opponents into the counters. I'm trying to think of that program again. What's the program called again? It's a really rough area in Britain, and oh dear, I'll think of it in a minute. You know, I'll think of it in a minute. It's on the tip of my tongue. All right, he's dipping very low to avoid the shots, isn't he, Fury? All right. Stream is buffering on thing, and that's gone off. Now it's back. Um, he doesn't look in great condition, does he? Like, is that running the Fury genetics? They don't look like they really pay attention to the diet and the sit ups, man, like that. Not saying I do, but I'm not boxing. I'm not boxing. Shameless. He looks like that program Shameless. He looks like that's what he looks like, the opponent. He looks like he's they stopped the fight. Yeah, the stoppage was a bit dicey. Lady Chan, smiley emojis. He does. Your opponent look like the guy from Shameless. Frank Gallagher. Yeah, that's the one, Tony. Yeah. One of them guys. Yeah. So I thought it was. Yeah, the stoppage was a bit, you know what I mean? But he didn't complain. Bruce Gaston's Fury beating up this old man. Mm-mm. Yeah, he looked like he had enough, to be honest. Looked like he had enough. Yeah, he looked like you see, he didn't respond. Like that's 4 or 5 punches, 6 unanswered punches. He's not coming back with nothing, man. You got to come back with something. That's a decent combination. Doesn't look like what is he a heavyweight? Is this heavyweight or cruiser? He looks like he could get down to a nice weight if he really put the work in. You know what I'm saying? Without draining himself. He looks like he could get down to a better weight. Mm-mm. Oh, he's a heavyweight, yeah? How much did he weigh? I wonder how much he weighed in. Lisa Bells. Have you seen Shameless, Lisa? You seen it? Shameless, you know. That's what he looked like though. You probably hey look, he's braver than me, man. 251. Oh yeah, he looks like me. I don't know. He can't get down to cruiser. If he's 250, then no. No. Gerard, he says, I don't think he cared about getting hit in the face. Roman don't hit hard enough. Yeah, Sheamus was crazy, man. Lady Chad said, big up for the super chat. You know when you laugh so much that your throat is sore. Oh boy. Shameless, you know. Bloody hell. That program is crazy, bro. Is that a cast? That looks like a different cast. That looks like that's an American program. Shameless cast UK. Ah, see that gave me the American. I was thinking that's not a British cast. That's not a British cast. Frank Gallagher. That was a character and a half, bro. See, looking back now, yeah, do they have popular television programs like that in the UK? Because like when did Shameless come out? I didn't watch it a lot. I watched it because we're talking 2004 to 2013, right? See, at 2004, social media wasn't what it is now. Not to the UK anyway. I didn't have see when that came out, 2004. I did not have social media. I had a computer, which I used to make beats mainly and listen to the media player, some music, and watch films here and there. Right? I watched a few episodes. It was quite funny. It was quite funny. But there are no popular. I don't think there's any cult TV programs really like that. I don't think there are. Lady Chan was on MySpace 2004. Nah, I used the internet, but I used my friend's internet at that time. I didn't get internet until about 2006. Yeah, 2006. You know what I mean? They're not putting no effort into TV programming now. All they're doing is putting men in women's wigs and dresses and calling it television. That's all they're doing. And I'm not being homophobic or anything like that. I'm just saying that's all I see on the TV. That's all I see. Like they used to have a few cult programs on, whether you watch them or not. Like even what was them kids, the in-betweeners. The in-betweeners. That was funny. They were funny. They were funny. Them white boys are funny. They were mad funny. I don't think that I don't think like I don't think television is really trying to compete with social media in terms of what people watch. I don't think they're really trying. I didn't see too much of Little Britain, but you could put that in that category, Chan. It was very popular. Very popular. You know what I mean? Yeah, I used to watch EastEnders. I haven't watched EastEnders for when did I stop watching? Long time back, man. Long time. Probably over 20 years. Way over 20 years now. Tom said he can't remember what year he got internet, but it was dial up. It took nearly 10 minutes to download. Yeah. It took so long, you lose the urge. I haven't watched EastEnders for a long time, bro. You know, I tell you when they brought certain characters back, I said, nah, this is too much. Who do they bring back? I said, nah, I can't watch it no more. They brought some old characters back. I said, nah, done. Am I watching or do I? No, I've got a link. I've got the zone here. I've got the zone. It's buffering a little though because I probably need to restart my machine or go on a smart TV. Might be the better idea for me actually. I'm gonna stay on it. Man, expressions is done, bro. It's done. It's done. I tell you what, I'm probably gonna have to come off, man, because I think the arteries on my computer are clogging up. They need a little rest. Virtuoso said his first British sitcom he watched in the US was The Office. Then I had Netflix and I started watching The Peep Show. You know, I only watched a couple of episodes of The Office, and the one I watched, it was hilarious. And then I remember watching the American one and saying the American one is shit compared to the British one. But that might just be I don't know. Or Facebook. I don't go on Facebook really that much. I used to be on it a lot. I'm not on it that much. Fascist book, is it that political over there, Tom? I don't know. one I saw, man. The one I tell you what, before I jump off, I remember the one episode I saw in the office. I think it was the Christmas party, and this guy unloaded on this woman. There's a pregnant woman, at the office party. So he's smoking his cigarette, and before she goes somewhere else where the smoke couldn't affect her, she started complaining. Do you know that you shouldn't smoke in here? Don't you see I'm pregnant? And the guy, he says, don't take it out of me because you're all peed off and frustrated because some geezer knocked you off and run off and this and that. And I was on the floor. I was on the floor. I'm going to go back and watch that actually. That was some of the funniest. I was in tears. He wasn't having it. Yeah, hey, Chad, it's the funniest thing ever. It's the funniest thing. It's Phoenix Nights with Peter Kay. Tom, I'm not sure. It's the funniest thing ever, man. When he did that, I was like, I had to get my brethren to download it so I could watch it again. That's what I remember. I used to like, you know what? I didn't see too much Phoenix Nights, Tom. I used to like his stand-up. Garlic bread, and his dad on the garlic bread, you know. When his dad spoke about garlic bread, I used to crack up, bro. Garlic bread. Them man, they not eat nothing that I mean any foreign connotation. Proper English man, that boy. That was funny. Garlic bread. That was funny. In his prime, Peter Kay was that dude in his prime. He was that dude. They're saying I'm going to stay on for the main event. If I do, I'm going to have to maybe go on. That might be an easy solution, you know. Maybe if I do a stream on StreamYard. But, I mean, I don't know. I probably outstayed my welcome on this one. 3:30. 3 hours, 30 minutes. Tom said, Ideal was quite funny. A bit surreal in places. Johnny Vegas. I don't remember that one. Yeah, if I do it on StreamYard, I can let some people on as well. That might be the lick, you know. All right. I'm going to end this stream. Close up, come back on StreamYard. Yeah, I'm going to start a new one. All right, people. Back soon.